Hi guys, it's Michelle, and today's video y'all have been asking me to bring back for a really long time. It is Weird Concepts video. I love talking about weird concepts because I literally think that everything is weird. So I've been pretty thinky lately, and I've been getting really into like my brain a little bit and exploring the depths of that bitch. And you know, a lot of shit's fucking weird. So let's talk about it. Since it's been Pride Month, I feel like one thing that I've realized that's so fucking weird to me is homophobia. And that sounds so stupid, like homophobia is so weird. Like obviously its hatefulness towards anyone is weird. I just think it's so weird that people will hate somebody because they love someone else. Like I just think it so counteracts the entire purpose of this world and the purpose of love. Like people will use the Bible as like an excuse and be like, no, like God says it's wrong or it's looked down upon. And while that might be said in the Bible was written so many years ago that like you weren't even alive. So like what's the damn point? Even if the Bible says that, the Bible also says don't judge other people and let God do the judging. So if God wants to burn us at the damn stake, then fine, but you don't need to like comment. Like, you know what I mean? I just think it's kind of stupid. Like that's the whole damn point of it. And also God makes people the way they are. Pope Francis said so. So shut up. Literally shut up. The next weird concept that I want to talk about. A lot of things have gotten me to think about this a couple times because I know somebody who is a part of a family with 12 people. My friend Alex, he had like 11 other siblings, right? So naturally, a lot of their siblings are significantly older than them because they were like, my friends were like the two youngest ones, so Alex and Connor. Alex is my sister's age and Connor's my age, but Connor is like technically an uncle to like the children of the like oldest siblings, and the children are older than Connor is. Like, does that make any sense? Like, you can literally have nieces and nephews that are older than you. I just think that's so strange and it literally freaks me out. Like, it's really not that deep or a big deal, but it's just something I think about sometimes. I'm like, holy shit, you have nieces and nephews that are older than you. Like, bitch, imagine trying to like talk to an uncle or aunt that's literally like younger than you. Like, I would just think that's so weird. Like, I would just be like, what the hell is going on? This is so jokes. I don't know. I can't take it seriously. That's just it. Next weird concept that I want to talk about has to do with gender, and it does kind of have to do with sexuality again too, because I think that the both concepts are so weird. Because if we didn't grow up in a society that like told you that okay, girl stuff is pink and boy stuff is blue, and like, you know, just basically like gender stereotypes, and if we weren't told like you should fall in love with a man because you're a woman, like you need to be a mother, you need to raise your children, if we didn't have those stereotypes placed upon us, would we ever consider that to be like normal? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if those stereotypes didn't exist in this world, would there be any gender at all? Like, would there be any sexuality at all? Like, obviously there would be biologically sex characteristics, like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously biologically you can be born more than two sexes because there's intersex and there's like a lot of different biological things that can happen. So yes, like you could technically be biologically a female or male or somewhere else in between, but like, would we have these stereotypes of like girls having long hair and their nails done and makeup? Like, probably not. Like, I think everyone would kind of just do their own thing, and it seems like we're kind of getting back to that kind of place. There's like a lot of gender fluidness, which is really cool because I just think it's such a stupid concept. Like, it's so weird. There's no rule book that's saying like you have to like this if you're a girl or like this if you're a boy, and then like what's the rule book for the people that are actually in between? Like, there's just nothing. So it's just stupid. That's just weird. The next concept that I want to talk about is literally weddings and funerals. I think weddings and funerals are so weird because they are grouped together, yet they are so different, but at the same time very similar, you know? Like, weddings are meant to celebrate somebody coming together and joining a union, you know what I mean? Like, they're doing something that's like love and great, like it's like a happy vibe. And funerals are kind of the opposite, but it's like in the same setting. Like, you go to church usually, and like you go to some type of church building and like have some type of ceremony either commemorating somebody's life or joining two lives together. And it's so weird that these two things are so opposite in the end, because one of them is literally somebody dying and one of them's like a happy thing, and they're so typically conjoined together. Like, not obviously, you know, having like a wedding and a funeral together, but like, well, maybe, I don't know what the fuck people do, but like, you know what I mean? Like, they're really grouped together, I feel like. So that's pretty damn interesting. The next weird concept that I want to talk about is celebrities and paparazzi. I think the concept of celebrities is probably one of the weirdest things in the world. And it's not even just celebrities, it's social media influencers, literally anybody that has some type of impact, basically only for having followers. Like, you know what I mean? It's weird to me, and I feel like it's even become a weird thing, and I don't obviously have the biggest platform in the world, but I do have somewhat of a platform that I could like tweet like, hey, like, this person sucks, like, go hate them, and like somebody would like go do it. Like, I just think it's so weird. Obviously, like, I don't do that, but like, you know what I mean? Like, people could do that, and I've seen social media people do that, and I've seen celebrities do that, and they'll like have their followers just like attack people. Not even that, but like being able to like have their followers do anything, period. Like buying stuff, like product placement, like all that shit. It's just so weird to me that we just trust these random people that are celebrities and are seen as better just because they're famous. Like, I just think it's kind of jokes. Like, it's so weird. It's so fucking weird. I don't get the point of why people follow famous people. Not like follow them like on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. Like, I think that's cool. Like, you want to see pictures, it's cute, it's a vibe. But like physically following them is just kind of ridiculous, and I'm surprised that there's not more laws about it. Like, why are they allowed to photograph children? Like, why are they allowed to be all up in people's business? That's how car accidents happen. That's how allegedly Princess Diana died, is in a car accident because of paparazzi flash. So like, there's so many things that just don't make sense regarding paparazzi that I don't get how it's like literally not regulated, like barely at all. Kind of fucking scary. Like, I think being a celebrity would be terrifying, because like things like the Kim Kardashian robbery, like whether you think it's real or not, that's just stupid. I think it's 100% real. It happened to her. That's scary, and even if it weren't real, it could happen to somebody who is a celebrity more likely, because you know where they are and what they're doing, and it's just terrifying. Like, stuff like that is so weird to me that, I don't know, it's crazy. And I think paparazzi like need something else. Like, they need like not something else to do. Like, I get it, if that's your job, then cool. Like, I don't think it's a necessarily bad job, but I think that their level of respect for the celebrities is so low, and that's kind of what's fucked up to me, because I think like celebrities are just people too, like need respect. Like, I just think it's so dumb, because people will be like, I'm not gonna respect Kim Kardashian because she's like a Kardashian, and like I'm just gonna take pictures of her and her children and fucking bother them and annoy the shit out of them, and like sometimes literally assault them, and it's just crazy. It's so crazy to me, because they're literally just people. Like, shut up. Next weird concept that I'm going to talk about came from me watching one of Shane Dawson's videos today. Actually, he posted a conspiracy theory today, and he talked about the flat earth theory and how this theory is so extremely insane to me that like we don't actually know if anything is real. And not only like, oh, like life is a simulation and stuff, but like people tell us things and that's how we know them. Like, you can research something, but the research is coming from a source, and that source has been like regulated to an extent, you know what I mean? So like, say you hear that, for example, like he was talking about the earth is flat. Like, we always hear the earth is a sphere. Then somebody comes up and says, well, what if the earth is fucking flat? Like, it makes more sense for it to be flat, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, in theory, like, we're prepared to be defensive about it, because we're like, why would somebody lie to us our whole lives? But like, why the fuck wouldn't they? Like, it's just kind of weird that we don't technically know everything or anything. I don't know. It literally freaks me out. Unless you see something for yourself, there's no possible way that you can know for facts that it's actually happening. That's it. Like, unless there's like witnesses and stuff like that, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really good at, like I said, at explaining things. But like, I feel like there's nothing for certain that we actually like know. Like, there's so many things that could have been faked and lied to. Like, it's so weird. It's like, is the earth damn flat? Like, who cares? It's just the concept of the idea that the government can lie to us and can specifically shift our views and our thoughts a certain way and just completely like counteract the truth or what's actually going on, and we wouldn't really necessarily even know about it, like if that was the case. So I think that is something that freaks me out so badly, because I think about that literally all the time. I'm like, holy shit, literally like anything that the government is in charge of showing us could be completely false, and it's just like weird, like we don't really know. And that's just kind of how life is, and I guess ignorance is bliss, sister. The last weird concept that I'm going to be talking about is something that literally freaks me out so much and is what made me want to make this entire video. Because I don't know, I was thinking about this when I was watching the Kardashian Christmas special, and I was like, wow, how nice is it to like have a whole ass family for Christmas and for like the holiday season in general, and just like have cute kids or whatever. Like, I'm not really one to want kids, but theoretically, if I am 20 years old, if I'm somebody who planned on having children in the future, then that means that if you're at an age where you don't have children, you don't have a spouse or anything, but you plan on it in the future, you're at this point of your life where you haven't met the people in your life that are going to be the most important to you. Isn't that so fucking weird? Like, I literally think about this all the time. I'm like, oh my god, like theoretically, if I wanted to have a wife and I wanted to have children, well, I haven't met that bitch yet. I don't think so. So I haven't met somebody that I'm gonna marry, which is obviously gonna be someone super important to me. But not only that, I haven't met my future children or their future children, and those are people that are gonna be so important to you, and they're not even in your lives yet. Like, it's so weird. Like, I think about like Kris Jenner, for example. When Kris Jenner was like 15, she hadn't met any of the people in that holiday special that she was having everyone at her house. Like, you know what I mean? Besides her mom. But like everybody else was like people that weren't in her life yet. Like her children, her grandchildren, her like boyfriend, like all of this stuff. It's crazy. Like, is that not insane? Like, I literally think about that all the damn time. I'm like, holy shit. I probably haven't met the people in my life that are going to be the most important and most impactful people, and I'm already 20 years old. Like, it's just weird. And I would say like average people probably get married and have kids at like 25, 30s. That might be a little young, maybe 27 to 30 something. I don't know. I guess I'm not really sure about the averages, but in general, I feel like most of the people I know now aren't really married. Some of them are, but yeah, so I just think that's so weird that we don't know those people in our lives yet, but they're going to probably play a huge role in our lives. So at least that's something to look forward to. I don't know, it's kind of crazy, but yeah, that is it for today's video. If you guys liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments any other weird concepts that you guys have and what you guys think of these ones that I've talked about. But that is it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram because I'm always posting really dope ass shit on there. Subscribe for new videos every week, and I will see you guys later. Bye!